Doctor Who Deep Breath, the first episode of Series 8, is written by Stephen Moffat and starring Peter Capaldi and Jenna Coleman. Probably not a good idea to hold your breath through the entire video, so on 20th of May 2013, Series 8 is confirmed, leading by Stephen Moffat, along with Brian Minchin, the executive producer. Moffat said it was focusing on the remains of the 50th anniversary and Christmas specials. Moffat liked the idea having the story written similar as 4th Doctor Tom Baker's first story, where he's difficult to deal with at the start, but with the benefit of familiar characters to ease through the transition. Casting for the 12th Doctor, Matt Smith announced on 1st of June 2013 that he was leaving Doctor Who, and there was betting going to see who is the next Doctor. A Doctor Who fan, Peter Capaldi, got casted as the 12th Doctor on a live show on BBC One hosted by Zoe Ball, called Doctor Who Live, The Next Doctor. Ben Daniels was considered for the role if Capaldi turned it down. Capaldi was considered for the role as the 8th Doctor, but he turned it down because he thought it was unlikely he got the part. And he turned down the 11th Doctor because he thought he wasn't right for the role at the time. And he found out he got it while filming The Mosquitoes in Prague. To prepare the role, he downloaded old Doctor Who scripts from the internet and practicing in front of a mirror, and Peter is only 3 months and 6 days younger than William Hartnell, the first Doctor, when he got casted. Stephen Moffat said he can absolutely believe that the strange old young Matt Smith will turn into the strange young old Peter Capaldi. He was known to play Malcolm Tucker in The Thick of It. He has appeared in Doctor Who before. He played Lobus Caecilius in The Fires of Pompeii and John Frobisher in Torchwood Children of Earth. Moffat does plan to explain why the 12th Doctor looks like those two characters. And funny enough, Colin Baker played Commander Maxwell in Arc of Infinity before he played the 6th Doctor. I do love Peter Capaldi as the 12th Doctor. I think he's amazing. He looks great with short hair, but better with long hair. The Doctor is described as grumpy, more alien than he's been in a while still defining himself as someone who saves people and cares little about being seen as a hero, or even being liked by the people who he is trying to save. I do love the costume, sort of similar to Jon Pertwee, which I find very stylish. Chris Chibnall was going to write an episode for Series 8, but he was busy working on Broadchurch at the time, so he was unavailable. But then he became a showrunner after Moffat left, so this episode is the big introduction for Peter Capaldi as the 12th Doctor, and Stephen Moffat said plenty of action and nonsense and jeopardy as there ever is in Doctor Who. So we get an awesome opening with T-Rex mysteriously at London in Victorian era. He got caught by the TARDIS, so the Paternoster gang investigates while there's people watching. T-Rex spat the TARDIS out, and I love the bit when Strax tries to get the Doctor's attention and he said shush and then just closed the door. So the Doctor goes out, going all crazy, and Clara seemed to be stressed, kinda similar to the 6th Doctor, Colin Baker's introduction story. As he passed out, I love that they sort of reused the line from the Christmas Invasion 10th Doctor David Tennant introduction story. I love the title sequence with the cogs and Roman numbers. I thought the effects is impressive, and the theme tune. Sounds kinda classic-y, especially with Middle 8. Apparently they took the inspiration from Billy Hanshaw's fan-made titles that was posted on YouTube, which is so cool. The Doctor has been difficult to deal with as Vastra, Jenny and Clara try to calm him down, but the Doctor couldn't understand them because they're English. When Vastra spoke in Scottish accent, the Doctor finally understand, and I think they did that because Peter Capaldi is Scottish, like David Tennant, Sylvester McCoy and Ncuti Gatwa. Also, Niamh McIntosh is Scottish as well. So the Doctor and Vastra imagines a piano on head, and well, the Doctor fell asleep. I love the Vastra's line when she said, "People are apes, men are monkeys." And also when she says, "Well, here we go again," that's a reference of Brigadier watching the 3rd Doctor's regeneration, Jon Pertwee into Tom Baker, which is cool. Clara listens to the Doctor mumbling on what the dinosaur says. Strax is so funny in this. I love it when he keeps calling Clara a boy. The bucket of water moment, and when he threw a note in Clara's face which knocked her down on the ground. Not to mention, we will melt him in acid. Okay, that last part. We will not melt him in acid. Old habit. Brilliant. And Dan Starkey nailed it Alf has conversation with a half-faced man who compliments his eyes and killed him, and I thought the half-faced man looked creepy and badass. It's great to bring back those clockwork robots from The Girl in the Fireplace. Peter Ferdinando did a splendid job. I also enjoy the scene with Clara and Vastra with the veil moment. When she took it off is when she stopped looking. The Doctor woke up as he sniffed something. He found a chalk, drew it on the floor and went up on the roof, so he talked to T-Rex. But sadly he got burnt, so we get an epic moment where the Doctor jumps off the roof, riding on a horse, followed by Clara and the Paternoster gang in the cart. And I love the bit where the Doctor called horses owner pet. So we get an emotional moment when the Doctor noticed the dinosaur was scared as it got burnt. So he jumped in the river. So after Clara's morning routine with Paternoster gang, such as Strax scanning her, the Doctor goes in the alleyway and met a scared tramp called Barney. That's Brian Miller, who married Elizabeth Sladen, the actress who played Sarah Jane Smith until she passed away. Brian played Dugtail in Snake Dance and voiced Daleks in 1980s, and he played Harry Sowsby in the Sarah Jane Adventures, The Mad Woman in the Attic. He's a wonderful actor. I enjoy the moment where he talks to the tramp about his cross eyebrows, that he's Scottish, and he recognised his face somewhere before. So he then swapped Tramp's coat with his favourite watch and goes to Mancini's family restaurant, absolutely stinking, and met up with Clara, who has a newspaper with the words "The Impossible Girl" on. And this is where the whole Impossible Girl thing has come to an end. The bit where the Doctor noticed something is wrong was really suspenseful. They notice that people aren't eating, they're just moving their arms up and down, carrying forks, spoons and drinks, and they're not breathing either, kind of like walking corpse. That scene was pretty scary and very intense, especially the way the music played. Murray Gold, as always, does a fantastic job with the music. So the Doctor and Clara stood up, but the others stood up to make sure that they don't leave. So the Doctor and Clara sat back down. A creepy waiter arrived. The Doctor asked if there was children's menu. He and Clara are on the menu. The bit where he ripped off the waiter's mask and inside reveals to be like a robot, it's real human remains. Gross. After the Doctor and Clara goes down the lift as they're tied up, as he gets Clara to pick up Sonic's screwdriver, he misses Amy Pond, bless him. And it was funny when Clara's like, "Did I hit something?" after the Doctor was in pain there. As they're free, they examined the half-faced man as he's waking up. The Doctor went through the door, it's shut, and he can't open it, so he left Clara. The scene where Clara's holding her breath as she goes past the clockwork droids is pretty effective. She got caught as she passed out, and she looks back on her first day of teaching when the students were out of control and Clara threatened to expel all of them. And there's a girl called Courtney Wood saying, "Go on, do it," giving Clara an idea that if Half-Faced Man threatens Clara, that she will be killed for telling him where the Doctor is. Tell him to
do it.
Whoa, whoa! Threats do work if you deliver. This scene shows how brave and clever Clara can be. Jenna's acting is spot on. It also shows Clara couldn't expel everyone from school because she would lose her job. And if Half-Faced Man killed Clara, how would he find the Doctor? When Clara hopes the Doctor is around, and while he is the whole time, a lot of people said he's wearing bald Matt Smith's mask, which is a cool Easter egg. And there's brilliant entrance after when the Doctor and Clara said Geronimo, where Vastra and Jenny twirled down attached to the curtains, and Strax fell down. Apparently someone has been writing on the paper, it wasn't the Half-Faced Man. So while there's an epic battle going on, the Half-Faced Man goes up the lift and the Doctor is hanging at the bottom. And up to the restaurant, scaring the policeman off. The Doctor thought it was all familiar. Clockwork droids taking parts of humans to repair the ship, which is what the restaurant is. The balloon is made of skin, which is really gross. Ugh. While Clara and Paternoster gang holds their breath, the Doctor has a fight with Half-Faced Man. Eventually it was either the Doctor pushed him out, or he fell off and got himself impaled on Big Ben. Half-Faced Man wanted to go to Promised Land, which turns out to be Nethersphere in Afterlife. All clockwork robots deactivated. The Doctor changed his clothes and Clara said goodbye to Paternoster gang and got told to give him hell. It's really sad that's the last time we see them as of time recording. At least they've got Big Finish audio adventures, which is nice. The interior has changed a bit, which I do like the look of. The Doctor mentions that he lives for over 2,000 years and he's not Clara's boyfriend. As they arrived in Glasgow on present day, Clara doesn't know who the Doctor is anymore. The scene where it's emotional and heartbreaking and mind-blowing is where Clara gets a phone call from the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith. I absolutely lost it when I first saw it. I do feel that he's not just telling Clara not to be afraid, he's telling the fans, dealing with Matt Smith's departure and Peter Capaldi taking over. Plus, that scene was filmed on set of The Time of the Doctor. After Goodbye 11th Doctor, the 12th Doctor felt sad that Clara couldn't see him, so she thanked the Doctor for phoning and he hugged him, but the 12th Doctor isn't a hugging bear. As soon as they realised they're in Glasgow, they went for coffee, but not chips. Call back from Rose on her first trip, with the 9th Doctor, Christopher Eccleston, at the end of the world. I do love the sound of bell that you typically hear in the clock tower as soon as Half-Face Man wake up. It sounds creepy and give me the shivers. As soon as he puts on his hat, he meets Missy, played by Michelle Gomez, who did a fantastic job, who I thought she's pretty scary, and she revealed to be the Master in the end of this series. Missy said that he's made it in Promised Land, as apparently it's heaven they're in. I was mind blown when I first saw that bit and got freaked out by Missy. So that's Deep Breath. I think it's a great start for the 12th Doctor. It's a scary episode with those clockwork robots and well written. Apparently there's been leaks for Series 8 before it got aired. The leaked scripts for the first 5 episodes were posted online. BBC Worldwide asked people with access to the leaked material to keep the stories a secret. On 12th of July 2014, a black and white rough cut to this episode was posted on The Pirate Boy with some of the visual effects missing. Stephen Moffat called the leaks horrible, miserable and upsetting at the London Comic Con. Jeez, which I think it's understandable that he called it that. What did you think of Deep Breath? Let me know in the comments down below. Hope none of you have hold your breath through the entire video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.